This is a story of the American Navy battling Jap suicide planes. Kamikaze is the Japanese name for it. Fanatical death dives that are now the enemy's chief weapon. Aerial harakiri in a desperate attempt to smash our fleets. Task Force 58 off Okinawa and in waters adjacent to Japan. Terrific anti-aircraft fire is a potent defense weapon against Kamikaze. Here on the deck of the Yorktown, we're right in the path of a suicide plane. Of all Kamikaze planes, only 1% ever gets through to the heart of the fleet. This technique is costing the Japs 1,000 planes and pilots a week. There goes number one in a flight of 9 suicide planes attacking the Saratoga. Fanatically, they keep pouring in. The Saratoga hit by 4 Kamikaze planes. Uncle Sam's oldest and biggest carrier, victim of air attack for the first time in 3 years of Pacific warfare. 315 killed and wounded, but the 17-year-old Sarah survives as her sister ships beat off another Kamikaze wave. Here's one heading over a battleship toward the carrier Bunker Hill, and the Bunker Hill is hit. The Bunker Hill aflame off Okinawa after direct hits by 2 bomb-carrying Kamikaze planes. A blazing furnace of exploding gasoline and ammunition that riddles her decks and bulkheads. Intrepid Navy cameramen amidst the inferno continue to film this epic of Navy drama. There's the blazing Jap suicide plane. The Bunker Hill by this time's a raving furnace where many are trapped. Alongside comes the cruiser Wilkes-Barre, risking catastrophe to pour water into Admiral Mitch's flaming flagship. There on the fantail, men cut off by smoke and flames stay at their dangerous post. Unsung acts of heroism save the Bunker Hill from destruction. Gas masks sent from the Wilkes-Barre to firefighters aboard the Bunker Hill. Many of the casualties are from smoke and flame. Men who were blasted off the deck into the sea are picked up by rescue boats. Casualties of the Bunker Hill crew, 373 killed, 264 injured. Among survivors clinging to life belts or anything afloat are many seriously wounded, but they'll live to fight again. Despite the fury of Kamikaze, the fleet, now master of all the Pacific, sails Japan's home waters at will. So far, no American combat vessel larger than a destroyer has been sunk by suicide planes, although many have been damaged. From decks of carriers that have ridden out Kamikaze attacks, American planes swarm off to blast Jap shipping in Tokyo Bay. Freighters in their gun sights as Navy planes strike at the lifeline to Japan's empire. Everything that floats under the rising sun takes a gunning. Inland over Japan itself, knocking out nip air power before it gets off the ground. To stave off at any cost continued and deadly punishment is the purpose of Kamikaze, a lost hope for doomed Japan, as American attacks become a daily incident. American fighter coming in after a strike. Successful mission with a tragic ending. Another Yank comes home. There's danger in that belly fuel tank underneath. It breaks loose and bursts into flame. The pilot escapes as firefighting crews rush in to quench the blaze. Yes, our own planes can often bring peril to a flat top. It's a grim, cruel war against a fanatic foe, and the Pacific is the last resting place for many an American fighting man. Safe back in America is the Bunker Hill in dry dock of Bremerton, Washington. The skipper, Captain George Seitz, surveys the damage that could not keep the gallant flat top from coming home under her own power. Bulkheads and hull ruptured by explosions of her own ammunition. It's a miracle the Bunker Hill survives. Scoreboard for a ship whose planes have struck the Japs at Iwo, Tokyo, and Okinawa. 475 Japs shot down. The crew ready to go back to the battle of the U.S. Navy versus the Kamikazes.